Sunrise over the village of Komga in South Africa. And while life in the valley may be slowly stirring to life, inside the Open Arms Home for Children, the day is already underway. Open Arms is home to 30 children.
Okay, wait. The goal for these children, number one, is to live in a home, a loving home, where they are loved, they are fed, they are safe, and they are educated.
So it's not just a place where they're living and where they have a bed, but where they really have a family, and they have people who just love them. They're surrounded with love.
We are trying to replicate as best we can a loving family home environment, much the same as we'd want for our own kids.
I'm Rita Montgomery, the executive director, and I'm from Wisconsin. And the children are absolutely beautiful. It's amazing when you know what these children have gone through in their short lives and what they've experienced and survived. And then to see them, the sparkle in the eye, the smile on their face.
My name is Cassandra Barbie, and I am a volunteer here from the University of Notre Dame. Being around these children gives you a different perspective on life. They're so full of joy, and just seeing where they've come from to where they are now, that it gives you a different perspective of what's important.
Many of these children who were already living in poverty found the home they knew destroyed by AIDS.
About 23% of the South African population is HIV positive. So in a country of 45 million people, you're talking about millions of people who have HIV and AIDS, and a lot of them are untreated. And so that population is generally 20 to 40-year-olds, and so those are the people with children. And so as they pass on, they're leaving hundreds of thousands of orphans with no place to go.
Although only a small percentage of the children at Open Arms are HIV positive, it still requires a weekly trip to the AIDS clinic in Komga, where each day they start with a prayer and song, a prayer that is desperately needed.
It is so far-reaching. Moms and dads, age 40, they are dead. Grannies are taking care of children and they cannot care for these children. Families are being lost, aunties and uncles, and children are raising children. So it's so far-reaching.
But Open Arms is not about dwelling on the past of these children, but looking to their future. Children like Asakona.
That girl, she has so much joy, and she inspires me.
She's a beautiful role model for all the children. She'll help the mamas, she'll help clean up, she'll help food, she'll help with lunches, she'll help with homework. She's a tremendous little spirit.
And what does Asakona see in her future?
I want to be a pilot.
You know how great that is to hear that? And why not? She should be a pilot. And she says, Auntie Rita, I'm going to come back and help out at Open Arms. You know, that's what it's about, that these children have that sense of self-worth, that they can take that next step and be whatever their little heart desires.
Open Arms was started by Bob Solis and his wife Sally.
My wife and I and our 5 kids went to South Africa about 3.5 years ago on a mission trip, and we worked in an orphanage, and we saw the devastation that AIDS is creating in South Africa. And we came home and we thought and we prayed about it, and the next thing you know, we started this ball rolling, and maybe we can do something about this problem.
Bob and Sally still live in Arizona, managing affairs and raising money for an orphanage halfway around the world.
It's a challenge, to say the least, because emotionally we're tied in with the kids. And it's difficult to be away from them for a long period of time, but I know my time is best spent here in Phoenix trying to raise money to keep it going.
The donations that are given to Open Arms are used to change lives. They're used to change the lives of the children that are living here.
Our donors are incredibly important. We can't do this without them, and whatever they give, everything they give goes right to these children. And it makes such a difference in their life. It lets these children again know that they are valued, that they are loved, that they are cared for. They're going to be educated, they're going to be well fed, they're going to have a sense of security, they're going to have choices in their future. And that's everything in their lives. Our donors are such a blessing.
We have run into so many good-hearted people that have been willing to help these kids out. And so we couldn't do this unless people just gave of their resources and gave of themselves in some extraordinary ways. And that's how it's happened. And it's all been American money for the most part.
Open Arms is home to 30 children, 21 employees, 3 vehicles, 70 acres of land, and 1 cat.
We just try and take it a day at a time, a week at a time, a year at a time. We'll see what God has in store for Open Arms, but I have a feeling He's got some pretty exciting things ahead of us.
Then these children are going to go on to be everything and anything that they choose to be in their future life because what we're able to do for them.